When it comes to Tznius, it's a very personal, sensitive. It needs more input than Negolaser. You can't treat it the same. We have to figure out, why is Tznius such a problem?
Because they start singing about it when they're 2 years old in school. They talk about it
Starting too
incessantly. It's like the only mitzvah that they know about.
Not even talking good.
From our boys.
In other words, the concept of getting dressed and seeing stick away, that's what it is in the chart.
Before they even get the influence of school, kids that like to run around.
Right.
So it's unnatural to be Tznius? Maybe it is. But even good kids who are frum in every other way, Tznius is a problem. Why? How come?
Do you have an answer?
I have a theory, but I think everything else, almost everything else, is introduced in our community. It's introduced to children as, this is the right thing, this is the greatest thing, this is the best thing. They go, miftzayim, and we have tefillin, and when it comes to tznius, it feels like an artificial imposition.
They're also sometimes seeing one thing and being told another.
You can't walk out like that. Which is very different from all other mitzvahs. Everything else is, it's a mitzvah, we do it, we believe in it. Comes to, you can't walk out like that. It doesn't sound like a mitzvah. It sounds like some kind of community law. It's like you can't double park, and you can't walk out like that. We treat it differently for some reason, and it's like, it irritates. Where is this coming from? All other mitzvahs are mitzvahs, and they're important, and they're exciting, and they're what we do. Now, you can't. There's even, if you want to go really, it's like, in Williamsburg or in Borough Park. So all of a sudden, we're governed by what they do or what they think or what they, and it doesn't work for us. It's almost like we're so independent that all of a sudden there's something you have to do because somebody said or somebody looks or somebody thinks. I'm not going to go for that. And all of a sudden it's like, you can't tell me what to do. What, I've told you 1,000 things and you did them all. All of a sudden I can't tell you what to do.
Right, it's almost like that's not, it's like saying, when you tell a kid, the Eibishter said so. But when it comes to things, it's not the Eibishter said so. It's people, somebody in the community decided.
But then we've been discussing this actually, this exact thing, that the Rebbe told many people who were building meistes in Eretz Yisrael that the tznius in their meistes should be a Zevi Beis Yaakov, which sounds like what you're saying,
That's in Eretz
Yisrael. But that's what the Rebbe said.
Yeah.
So it sounds like this Borough Park Williamsburg thing.
So why Takya?
Why did the Rebbe say so? If it was just a mitzvah, the Rebbe would have said just mitzvah, but the Rebbe said a Zevi Beis Yaakov. A number of people.
See, there's an area in tznius that is gray. There's the halacha, knees, elbows, whatever. Then there's the gray. What kind of, how thick do your stocking have to be? Not a halacha. So tznius means don't be less tznius, then the standard. So who sets the standard? So the Rebbe says the standard is Beis Yaakov. Not if Beis Yaakov does it, we have to. That's the halacha. The halacha is if everybody wears their skirts down to their ankles, then you have to do that too. Because if you don't, you stand out.
But I feel like it doesn't apply nowadays because every community has their own standards, or the standards are getting stricter and stricter. I don't know.
Right. So did anybody set our standard? No. So we don't know what a standard is. So you got to look around. Say, wow, they're very. So you want to be like that? You want to be like this? But it's different from every other mitzvah. It stands out like a sore thumb, which is the opposite of tznius.
Like you said about if they have to make a bracha, you tell them, you remind them, but you don't force them. So with tznius, we force.
And I think the
Maybe there's
reason,
more gray area, that's why it's harder.
I think the reason is because we feel forced. We're not inspired to tznius. It's just you got to do it. It really grates. Like we don't live like that. They don't have a problem with this. How come? So either anybody who's not tznius they throw out. So nobody comes to yeshiva not tznius because they're out of yeshiva. Or to them it doesn't stand out. Every mitzvah is like that. Why do you have to wear a shtreimel? Because they're wearing a bigger shtreimel. They're used to this. To them that's normal. By us, only tznius. Huh? So when it comes to tznius, you do have to handle it a little more personal, a little more considerate, a little more edel. Yeah, I'm not talking about fighting the non-tznius that's going. That's a whole different issue. Like what do you tell your kid if all her friends are not? But again, that's damage control. L'chatchila, this is the plan.
So what's the lechatchila plan?
You teach your child to get dressed modestly.
How are you handling it differently than the way you teach other mitzvahs? What does it mean more personal?
Washing negovasa is not personal. So you don't say to a child, how would you like to bring the negovasa? How would you like, you bring the negovasa? With tznius, you have to be a little more one-on-one, because it's your tznius. It's not just a thing. So we have this. We don't live by rules. We live by mitzvahs. There's one rule: the way you dress. That's. I mean, the teachers watch you going up the stairs to see how long your stockings are. You check to make sure everybody washed negovasa when they come in the morning? Why? You see how it's different? It's treated differently.
Maybe because it's more obvious, it's in your face, you notice it. You don't see the non-negovasser and you see the non-tznius.
Yeah, but that's why I'm using the example of watching them go up the stairs to check. What was cooks to us? What is that? And even if you see it, so say something. No, send them home. Throw them at it. What is that? Particularly when the kid is thinking, I don't even keep Shabbos. So, and for that, you're not throwing me out. The whole thing just becomes ridiculous.
Should schools like let it go? Should it not be a school rule?
Treat it like any other mitzvah, not a school rule. School rule is you can't come here without neglavasa. Maybe have a sink at the front door with a quart, and everybody has to wash neglavasa. It's not a joke.
They only did it as a reaction because they feel like it's an epidemic.
How did it become an epidemic?
Another question is,
Well,
what have
where
you
did it
tried
start?
that has not worked? Yeah.
Huh?
And what have you tried that has not worked when you pick your battles? They haven't learned that one.
We haven't?
I'm saying they haven't. The schools haven't learned that
Oh,
one.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Keep on doing the same thing over and over again. That's not helping. So
And they're losing, and they don't ever realize. Yeah.